My fan didn't go all the way. I was like, what happened? But we all made it back together for the finale.
Yay. It's mostly because it was in the U.S. and it's just easy for all of us to get here this time.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to get here.
Definitely much easier for us all. But hello, and hi there. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast network, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. If there's something gay, I am drinking the same blood orange energy drink that I was in a recording that you may or may not have seen prior to this one.
Okay. Well, hello. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am not drinking the same thing I was drinking in a recording prior. I actually got up and got me some orange juice because I needed that.
Party.
Vitamin D. And so, yeah. But I also still have water because hydration is important. And you just never know what you're thirsty for. If I was drinking anything else, though, I'd be drinking it out of my cup mug.
I was going to say, I hope you still have your cup mug, Lana.
Absolutely. Because we got our pineapple cup, pineapple cup, beer. And yeah, you can use your cup as a cup holder, like I am for my remote and my pens and things, or you can drink out of it.
I've got dry erase markers now in mine. That's actually a really good thing because I'm starting to lose all of mine. So
yeah, absolutely. So it's very multifunctional, but you can also drink out of it too because that's really what it's for. But you can get your cup mugs or any of our cup merch because we got a lot of cup merch on there. You can check that out at LanaJuiceSolutions.etsy.com, where we do ship domestically here in the U.S., in Mexico, and Canada. And we are shipping internationally again. So there are no excuses, period.
South America, you had to wait the whole season to get a luxurious cup mug, and now you can. So,
and of course, now we're not even there.
Yeah, now we're in like Central America for about 30 more minutes.
Literally.
And my name is Jack. I am the game designer of the panel, and yeah, no one is surprised by this episode. No one is surprised.
Nope.
This is the most dominating team to my knowledge in Amazing Race history. They pissed on the entire competition and they won very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Not without a few hiccups here at the very, very end involving windsurfing. Or I would say less windsurfing and more balancing on a surfboard in the ocean.
Yep, holding a sail.
Holding a sail. But yes, of course, we are here. It is the finale of the Amazing Race 36. I was concerned because I knew going into this we had 2 legs for this one episode, and I was concerned about timing. But honestly, the pace of this episode felt really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't super mad about it.
It just felt like a normal episode from last season.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, is like the pace, and we talked about that all season, but like the pacing of last season was so all over the place that like, and so like boom, 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 that I was like, okay, so we're gonna go back to that kind of stuff. Cool, got it, noted. Great party, but we're gonna dive into this finale. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things reality TV. And as we move out of a predominantly competitive reality TV lineup for you all here at the Cup TV, we do have a lot of other TV that will be on the horizon. So make sure to check those out as well. And down below, you can find all 3 of our other YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, and our membership channel links. So go check those out as well, period. But we are down to our final 4. It's the gays, the married couple, the bros, and whatever Amber and Vinny are.
Dating nurses.
Not for long.
Not for long. And that can be taken one of two different ways.
Yes. So, we are going to do the same thing that we did with all the other things. And we're going to run through very quickly the tasks for each leg and then kind of debrief them a little bit and then move on from there. So, our first part of this leg, we are on Sosua Beach in Sosua, Dominican Republic, because we're still in the Dominican Republic. Teams have to dive to the bottom of the ocean to get their clue before having a detour where no one picked the other option. I love when that happens, when everyone's like, nah, I'm going to go be a bartender and make some drinks instead of building a four dive rigs.
So confusing.
We'll talk about it. I want to talk about it. I was very confused. We then go to Cabarete Beach in Cabarete to find the roadblock. Who wants to take a stand? Where one team member has to windsurf in the loosest quotation marks possible for 1 minute to get their next clue. We're then headed to Olympus Beach, where you have to get on a dune buggy, travel by dune buggy and kayak to Wilson's Bar in La Boca for the pit stop.
Yep.
I don't know about y'all. This detour was like, oh no, I'm absolutely picking the drinks. Like, that's no question to me.
Absolutely.
6 drinks versus assembling 4 different diving. Yeah, they're all the same, but like that's gonna take a fuck ton of time.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this feels like it's going to take too long. And that's kind of been my big critique with this season overall. Is like, I think the season has been good, but a lot of the roadblocks have felt a little imbalanced. And I'm not sure whether it was because this was still a COVID protocol season. Like, I don't remember. And Lana, I don't know if you'll remember from when we talked about Amazing Race 34. I don't remember feeling like the detours specifically were that imbalanced on that season. And that's really the only other season that I have to go off of. And Jack, obviously, jump in if you remember it all. But I don't remember feeling that way after 34.
No, I don't think they were that. I mean, it was a few that we were like, absolutely not, would not do that one over this one. Like, this one is so ridiculous. And you could tell by reading it how much time that's going to take over this other one. But this one just felt like, come on, man. Like, you know, I'm not going to build this deck or whatever this is over making 6 drinks. I can easily follow instructions and make 6 drinks than I can building this whatever the heck this is, and then pushing it out into the water on this. Like, absolutely.
You have to build the backpacks, and you have to put like the oxygen tank in it. It's like a whole thing. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go be a bartender.
Be a bartender.
Like, when else do you get an opportunity to be a bartender in the Dominican Republic?
Right.
Hello?
Very. Yeah.
And I mean, it was at the diversity bar, which like
cute.
Pirates.
Go gays. Come on, gays. And everyone else.
But yeah.
How about everyone else and the gays? Ooh.
It's almost June, Lana. Okay? For now, I can say everyone else and the gays. But the moment it hits June, Lana.
It'll be my birthday season, so I don't care anything about anything else except my birthday in June.
It'll be Lana, the gays, and everyone else.
I'm sure. Work.
Lana and the gays, comma, and everyone else.
Perfect.
That's how it'll be.
I'm going to say, I only care about my birthday in June. I don't care about anything else in June. Sorry.
Wow, Lana confirmed. Lana's not an ally. Confirmed.
Sure. Say what you want to say, but my birthday is more important than you. Yep.
I need to go.
I got life.
I also need to go.
I was given life on that month. That is the beautiful month.
I was supposed to be born in June.
Look at you coming early. Way too early.
I was 6 weeks premature.
I was like, way too early. You came.
6 weeks premature. So yeah, I was supposed to be born like literally mid-June.
Mess. Yeah.
I said nope. But the way that I'm gonna go ahead and say specifically Amber and Vinny did this detour, I was like, maybe they should have picked the other one.
Oh. They don't look
and again, shocker, has nothing to do with Amber.
No, it's because he does not look at details. And they made the one drink 3 times. The drink was right. The glass was
wrong.
I was like,
and like, these are the challenges that I know I would excel in.
Me too.
Because I'd be like, okay, no, I'm paying attention to what it looks like. I'm going to match it verbatim. Instructions, all that kind of stuff.
The garnish and everything go look just like this picture. Like, absolutely. It was just so weird. But like, we had people like Rod Leticia, Leticia was like, I used to be a bartender, so I got this. So Rod only had to go.
So I was like, this is my thing.
Right. So Rod, all Rod had to do was go get the orders, and he wouldn't. Mm-hmm. That's his thing. He's a people person. He likes going out and talking to people. So it's easy for him to go out. Hey, what you bring? This is what it is. And Rod, he's so stupid, but I love him so much. He was just like, my girl got this. She doing this. He kissing her neck in the thing. She like, boy, get off me while I'm trying to make these.
She was like, can you cut limes or lemons or something? Like,
it was like, baby, my baby's so hot. My wife's so cute. They are so. I love them.
They brought so much entertainment to this season. For a while, I was like, nah, Rod needs to go. And I guess Leticia by proxy then has to go. But I'm thrilled that they made it as far as they did. Because they really, if they do an All-Stars, like, it would not surprise me to see them return, honestly.
I would love it. I would love it because I think they weren't it was moments where we were like, where we would see married couples go on the show and then they would do stuff and you'd be like, oh, here they go. He getting on my nerves.
More time. I'm gonna go ahead and say, at least from this season, Derek and Shalissa kind of felt that way for me, where they were both like throughout their time. I was just like, oh Lord, they're getting on each other's nerves again. Oh God, this is not the best. But
I feel like for them, I think they were getting on each other's nerves, but I feel like that's their relationship. Like they know their dynamic, and they knew. Like in the whole breakdancing challenge where he was like, you got to show me. He knows, and she knew that he is not going to listen to these other instructors. Yeah. He's not going to be able to do it. He needs her to be, and sometimes that's just the dynamic that you have with your partner. Like, I need you to show me because I am more responsive to you. And I think she knew that. The part that got on my nerves was he wasn't letting her learn it before he was like, you got to show me. She was like, baby, can I learn it first? Then I can show you. Like, relax.
And then the inverse of that, when the episode They Go Home, when they're doing that, like, around the track where Angie almost died. And she's like, oh my God, you did it. Looks at the puzzle.
That was all it was. Kidding me? Like, that was all it was, and you can figure this out. Like, I think that's their relationship. And even he laughed, was like, I know, it was kind of stupid. Like, it shouldn't have took me this long. But I think they knew their relationship. Just like I think like Rod and Leticia knew their relationship. Like, Rod was so much like, he's that big man who likes sports and he's into competitions and he's like, yeah, let's go, baby. And Leticia is kind of like, this ain't my thing. I'm not this girl.
We'll talk about the irony later because there was so much irony in what happened later in this episode. Yes. I love it.
It was so good. But that moment where he was kissing her neck while she was trying to bartend, I was like, that is such a married moment. I've never, if you ain't never seen a married moment, that was a married moment because it's been plenty of times when the wife is in the kitchen trying to get the stuff dinner ready, and her horny husband decides to come and be like, baby, you look so good in here. Just like, could you get off me? I'm trying to cook here. Like, let me cook. And he wouldn't let her cook.
We can go fuck after we win $1 million.
Absolutely. Like, let me win this money.
I'm trying to make these rum cocktails, okay? Like,
let me go get this money.
Make this Coco Loco. Damn. Come on now.
Get off me. Like, that is every woman's fight with
Coco
their
Loco
husband.
later. I need to make this Coco Loco right now.
Like, any woman, every married woman knows that story. There is not a single married woman out in this world who ain't did that, who had to tell their husband, would you get off me so I can finish doing this?
Also, probably the gays. Probably the gays.
Sure, it's the gays, but I don't know that story. I know my story. I know the women's story and the
I know my story. I've had it happen to me. So
I'm just saying.
I know how that shit is.
It's just like, it's so funny. I love it, but I love seeing it. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, they take the lead at this point.
Yes.
They take the lead, which I was like, oh, that's such a refreshing position to see them in, because the whole race they've been like almost there. They get to the roadblock first, and we do find out on the way there, Letitia's a little worried because Rod did max out his roadblocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think, honestly, this one, as opposed to the other roadblock, I think it was smart for Leticia to do. Because, I mean, Rod is a bigger man, different center of gravity. So I think, despite Leticia having the issues that she did with this would have been the one where I was like, nah, girl, you should be the one doing this anyway. Yeah. But our windsurfing causes problems for our homosexuals. Ricky,
that's a way to say it.
It sure is. Ricky cannot get this task done. It is the Achilles heel of this team is windsurfing, or more so balancing on a surfboard in the ocean.
I mean, Leticia gets it. She falls once and
knocks herself in the head. I was like, no, this can't. I was like, this can't be the reason. This can't be the reason they go out. Like, no, girl.
No, please, God, don't let them go out. But, I mean, she gets back up.
Like
she takes a couple moments, discombobulated, reasonably so.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets back up and is like, let me just do this really quick. We good? Cool, we're good. And gone in like 5 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, I think that was the perfect one for her to do because of her sense of balance. Women just balance better than men anyway, in general.
That is true.
I mean, that's just true. And so her being able, Rod would have been just like Ricky. He would have been typical. He's so
Rod
big.
Would have been the worst at this of any of the 8 people left. I think
because Leticia was
big. Leticia, I think, was the best equipped for this challenge of anyone left, with the exception of Vinny.
Oh, right.
But because of course,
Vinny
grew up surfing, so like he was able to come in and just swoop right in.
Yeah.
Juan does a pretty good job as well.
Yeah.
And so we leave it with Ricky and Caesar and Amber and Vinny like very, very close at the back of the pack. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, is this where it happens? Is this where it is?
Oh no. Oh no. I truly plot twist of the century, but not before Rod and Leticia get a win! Yay! Second win.
Second win.
Second win.
What leg did they win?
It was
early.
It was early on.
Let me look it up.
I think it was like leg 4 or 5. I think it was very early on in the race. They won.
I thought it was their first win, and I was like, "Oh, good for them."
No, it's their third win, and the reason we're remembering it is because they won the first 2 legs.
Oh, right? Yeah. They were super dominant at the start and then kind of floated into the middle and then like built up their speed. Yep, nope, that's correct.
Yep, it was definitely their Achilles heel is navigation, and that's what brought them into the
them and most teams on this season. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Absolutely. They failed.
This is the lack of navigation skills season. But yeah, they win. They win a trip to Rome. How cute! Love it. Juan and Shane end up coming in second. Good for them. Lovely, wonderful, fantastic, and great. And for the first time this season, Ricky and Caesar place outside of the top two.
Yep.
Which is wild.
Wild.
They're third, so it's fine.
6 wins, 3 second places, and 1 third going into the finale. They never fell out of the bottom.
Yeah. Yep. And so it does mean that our now engaged nurses go home right before the finale. The moment where Vinny started being like, you know, she means so much to me, I was like, he's going to propose. He's going to propose. And then he did. And I love, my favorite thing watching proposals is when the person being proposed to is so overwhelmed with emotion that they're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then the person proposing is like, but you didn't answer my question. Cracks me up every time. Because I know if that ever happens to me, I'm going to be the one that's just so overwhelmed that I'm going to forget to say yes. Like, I know I know that's how I'm going to be. But they get engaged. Good for them. I think they're still together.
Probably.
I don't think they would have aired the proposal had they not still been together.
I mean, the season was filmed over a year ago. I wish them the best.
At this point, I think it's like a year and a half ago.
You're probably right.
Because they sat on this season for a while. It might be close to 2 years. Hold on. I'm gonna look at it.
Casting closed on September 16, 2022.
Filming dates were October 25th to November 17th of 2022. So they sat on this season for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wild. Well, and obviously we know all the things that went down with that, so it makes sense. But so they get eliminated. We have our final 3 with one woman. Shocker, unfortunately. And we are headed to our final leg in Philadelphia, which this is the first time they've had Philadelphia as a final city. And of course, it couldn't have been more convenient for Ricky and Caesar because the whole season, you know, Caesar is fluent in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been very convenient for them on this season. And of course, Ricky grew up outside of fucking Philadelphia.
10 blocks away. 10 blocks away from where they were.
He mentioned,
honestly, and so many people online have been like, this season was rigged for them. And honestly,
I don't mind.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
I agree.
Also, I understand people saying that. I don't think it was. In my heart of hearts, I don't think it was. But this is one of the few instances where I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, it's like they're looking at every single place that the teams make up here. At least they didn't choose fucking New York City, because at that point it would have been like, well, they win. But I mean, for the first time, okay, they couldn't have directly chosen San Diego because of Yvonne and Melissa, but if they chose and Danny, but
Yeah.
if they chose San Francisco or Seattle, they would have been okay. They did Seattle the season after. Whatever.
I think they've done San Francisco before.
They probably
I think they did San Diego on an earlier season. Regardless.
They probably did.
Chicago, Atlanta.
I think both of those have been done several times.
I don't think they've done Atlanta.
Really?
I don't think they've done Atlanta at all.
I'll run through what we did in this second part of the episode while Jack looks that up.
Yeah.
I want to say they've done Atlanta. I don't remember. I would be surprised if they didn't. But we are in Philadelphia. We are starting at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, where Rocky was filmed. They had to make sure to throw in the Rocky reference. Teams make their way to Lincoln Financial Field for the roadblock. Who's got team spirit? Where one team member has to become an Amazing Race mascot. This was obstacle, hit a target with a t-shirt cannon. They then have to go to Pat and Gino's in Pennsylvania, not in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania.
Just out of curiosity, did look this up. The Pats in New Jersey is about 42 minutes. It's probably a good 30-minute drive outside of Philly. And it's a random shop.
How did they still get second? We'll talk about it. They then have to head to Head House Square, where teams have to memorize and recite the preamble to the Declaration of Independence. They then have to head to Betsy Ross' house for a second roadblock. Who Wants to Earn Their Stripes, where team members have to assemble a Betsy Ross flag with different clues given from historical figures. And then at the Arch Street Friends Meeting House, they have to assemble a 3-dimensional Liberty Bell puzzle to get their final clue, which will take them to the Glen Ford estate, where the winner is crowned. So, genuinely confused as to how Juan and Shane still got second place overall when they drove almost 45 minutes outside of Pennsylvania.
I don't know. The thing that catches me with it, and we'll go a little deeper into it. The clue was specifically Pat and Gio's. How did you ignore and Gio's?
Gino's. Right here.
Gino's, yeah.
Well, so the part that frustrates me more than anything else, how the hell does this security guy live in Philadelphia and presumably not know Pat and Gino's?
He might just be from New Jersey because Philadelphia is
it's right there, yeah.
It's minutes from Jersey.
I mean, but here's the thing. You looking at the clue and it say Pat and Gino's, and that dude's like, it's a pizza place. Yeah, it's a pizza place. And I'm like, what? Okay, why are we in Philly? Let's think about this. We're in Philadelphia. What is Philadelphia known for? It ain't pizza. It's
the Eagles.
It's the cheesesteaks. So I'm going to assume right off the bat that Pat and Gino's got to be a cheesesteak place. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you sure it's not cheesesteaks? Because we in Philadelphia, it's known for cheesesteaks. And then the man could be like, oh yeah, it's cheesesteaks. It might have jarred I do love that when the bros finally got to that clue box, they were like, the clue, what if the clue says drive to New Jersey? I would have.
They were so done.
They were so done at this point. No. This leg I thought was going to be a little bit more cut and dry, and it kind of felt that way going into it. But we go into the first roadblock, and it's pretty even. It's pretty even. They all get through it in a pretty reasonable amount of time. Rod just really struggles with this Declaration of Independence challenge. And this was the first time that I really saw Leticia like getting frustrated because she had hers down. And when they did the like slow fade into the commercial break and she was kind of just like, ah! And Rod's just like walking off. Oh, I love them. They're such good TV. They're such good TV. Also, the fact that Rod ran out of roadblocks, so he didn't get to do the football-based roadblock. Love it. Love the irony. So love the irony there. Love it. What team did he play for?
Bitch, I'm gay. I don't know.
Same. That's why I don't know.
He played for Clemson and then the Redskins, Panthers, Packers, and Chiefs.
The Commanders, Jack. They're not called that other name anymore.
You are correct. That's what it's written as on Wikipedia.
That's upsetting.
Jack says, dude, I'm gay. I don't know these things.
I love it. And then
I opened the Wikipedia because it's the only way I know.
I love it. Things. I love it. Also, seeing all the cheesesteaks, I was like, damn, I really want a cheesesteak now.
Me too. Oh my God.
One of the meals I have in my meal prep rotation is a chicken cheesesteak bowl, which I currently have in my fridge. So I was like, ooh, that sounds really good.
That does sound good.
It's so good.
I do want to bring up one thing that I've just seen throughout the season. Throughout the season, the one clip that is still just completely unanswered is Gritty caking someone, just full sheet cake thrown at someone.
Right.
Never explained in the episode. My thought is it was a distraction clip because people brought it up as, wait, you just showed a team from the finale. My thought is it was a team, but they were like, yeah, no, just run the leg to fuck with people. Here, have Gritty throw a cake in your face.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, oh. But then I was like, yay, Gritty! Yay, Gritty!
Yay.
And the other mascots, but mostly Gritty! I was surprised that Gritty was the last one picked. Because if I had a choice of all three, I would be like, come on, Gritty!
I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm not gonna lie. I'm picking the Eagles. That's the one I like.
I'm a hockey fan more than a football or baseball fan. So for me, I would have been like, I don't root for Philly, but come on, Gritty. This second roadblock, though, putting together the flag, that's the one where it would have been like, that would have been my bread and butter. Like that would have been my challenge. Because I grew up doing those kinds of puzzles. So like for me, that would have been everything. This leg was very Merca, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely.
It was like Merca.
It was okay, so we're gonna bring you into Philly. And then, oh yeah, no, so Philly is the birthplace of America. Here's just a bunch of challenges about America.
It's like football, cheesesteak, America.
I mean, how America can you get? You got cheesesteaks, football, and the Constitution? Absolutely. We got the preamble. We got the flags. We got Betsy Ross and all and Thomas Jefferson. And Constitution, America. That's what you got. I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean, honestly, like you can't get no American than that. It is what it is. We got a $4 cheesesteak and football. America. We got t-shirt cannons, mascots, and Constitution and forefathers. Like, baby, they was like, we finished it up in America. We're gonna give you all the Americas. We're gonna give you everything, and to top it off, we're gonna give you the Liberty Bell. We're gonna give you the bell.
Right.
We're gonna give you this bell. We're gonna make y'all put it together.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna give you America.
I want to talk about this too. Genuinely shocked that we didn't have a now review every place that you've been.
That's what
also, there were only like 6 countries though. You have to keep that in mind. That's why at the end he was like, where Phil was like, 11 legs, 14 cities or something like that, because you can't do continents, you can't do countries, because there were only like 5 or 6 countries.
Right. But I'm like,
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but I'm like, out of all the, like, you don't have to do the country or the cities or everything, but like roadblocks and things like that could have been,
or like landmarks or something like that. Like from like you could do that graffiti wall that we had in Colombia.
Right.
You could do like Rihanna's house.
Right.
So like that kind of challenge I think would have fit very nicely in this season. Or like you said, Lana, absolutely like a detour or a roadblock kind of situation I think would have been good. But to just not have that at all I was like, oh, I'm glad we got it in 35, and obviously that one was filmed after, so we know that, like, you know.
Yeah, 37.
Yeah.
I mean,
37, I think we'll have that, and I'm excited about that. That just started filming, I believe, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it just started.
But I think, like, it could have been, I think me and Jack were talking about it before, that we think that maybe something happened where something fell through where, and they couldn't do as big of a challenge as they usually do.
It seemed like it.
Like, here's this Liberty Bell. Let's put this together as a 3D puzzle, and that'll be it. I thought this was the easiest final challenge puzzle that I've ever seen, but I wasn't that mad at it.
It was still complex, and because you're building it like a 3D Liberty Bell, like it's still a complex puzzle, but
it just felt so easy. Like they didn't have to think about where they've been, what they've done, you know, what past things they had to come up. They just had to put this bell together. And it was, look, like we said, this was Caesar and Ricky's race to lose. Like they just had, the only way they would have lost this one if they would have just screwed up at every location that they went to. And they didn't. Like this literally was probably a perfect leg for them. Like they got through everything pretty quickly. Yeah. And it was like, ain't nothing else you could do. Like there was nothing
there really isn't. Yeah.
Juan and Shane could have done to catch them. And so it was just like, cool. They won. Ricky and Caesar won handedly. To win this race was amazing. And it was deserved. Like they had 6, this was their 7th win and the one that counted the most. And so they won 7 times. They never was below second place until this very last, the leg before this. And then they got 3rd and they still came out on top handedly. So I
think one of the best, like if you do it by scores, they have one of the best like golf scores, quote unquote. And I think they might have the best one. But to that I say, but to that I say,
absolutely deserve.
I love trolling people online when they were like, wow, the gays won, shocker, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, no. Regardless, like they had one of the most dominant performances in Amazing Race history. You can't deny that. Like you can't.
I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if they were the gays, the straights, the best friends, the whatever. Ricky and Caesar earned this and they deserved it and they won this. Regardless of their sexual whatever they want to be in life, and like none of that matters. What matters is these 2 people got into this amazing race and dominated. Period.
They slayed Mama Boots the house down, Mama Purr.
period. Like they ate this up, and it's not about what nationality you are or
It's not about
ethnicity
who they are, it's about what they
It's
did.
about what they did, and what they
Yep.
did in this race was slay, and they ate. So it's nothing but
Slay.
deserved. Congratulations to Ricky and Cesar. I hope this $1 million helped them do whatever they want to do with their life and
Build a
have
family.
and everything. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm very happy for them. And everybody who made it into this top 3 deserved it and earned their right to be there. And they did a great job, all 3 of them. And this was a great season. It was just fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, there were a couple things where it's like, okay, this just feels like you need to build for time. I will say the whole Olympus Park run at the end of the previous leg didn't really need to do that because there was no passing anyone. You were not going to pass someone on the Doom Buggy. You were not going to pass someone rowing. But
I mean, it was close at that very, very end. Like literally, Amber and Vinny were coming in, so like that, it could have been a little bit closer than what it was. But I think this season was very refreshing. It was a lovely season. I think it had a couple of hiccups, the Angie and Danny elimination. But otherwise, I think it was a very strong season, a very, very well-deserved win for Ricky and Cesar. And I really enjoyed this season a lot. And I was going to watch it regardless because we knew someone. But
exactly.
And I was going to watch it because this is one of my favorite shows on TV. So unfortunately, none of us are on Amazing Race 37. We will still be watching, but unfortunately, none of us are there. So sad.
And that won't be premiering until next
2025
spring because of the summit coming to the show that completely failed in Australia and somehow still got a second season. And is coming to the US. And the only thing we've seen is a man cry and a woman struggle to get up a ladder. That's all we know. But that's about it.
I'm not gagging.
Yeah. They need to save money somehow.
Well, Julie, that is the next CBS reality show we'll be covering because Big Brother comes in 2 months. Yay! But yeah, so like we said at the top, we're going to be shifting a little bit away from competitive reality TV for a hot moment over here. We've got the Survivor finale next week, so that'll be very, very exciting and lovely and wonderful. And then we've got the GOAT, which is guaranteed to be a mess, and I'm excited to talk about how much of a mess it is. And then we kind of got Love Island is the next big thing that at least Lana and I will be tackling. Hypothetically, potentially. And then kind of Big Brother. We'll be doing some other things in the interim, but that's about all. So with that being said, thank you for joining us for this season of The Amazing Race. We'll be back in spring 2025 to talk about season 37. I'm sad that we have to wait that long, but that's what CBS is doing apparently, and whatever. So, in the meantime, we will be here talking almost all things reality TV and TV in general. So make sure to subscribe here for all of our upcoming stuff. Make sure to check out all 3 of our other YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, and our membership channel links. Those are down in the description below. While you're down in the description, you can also follow us on our social media at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow the 3 of us as well, and you could go get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug down there as well. With that being said, we're going to get out of here, and cheers.
Cheers.
Also, how is it that every season we see Phil, he just keeps looking younger?
Because Phil's awesome.
I love Phil.
I love this.
It's the radiation due to flying. I don't know.